What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's yours truly, Fitz. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And today we're going to cover the Ultra Premier Cup, which comes out today. And there are already some ideas and team comps that you guys could use, which I'm going to go over. But the main reason why you clicked on this video and the main reason why I am making a video is I'm going to go over a lot of Pokemon that aren't going to be a part of the main meta that you can use to successfully win an Ultra Premier Cup. So let's just glance over these because some of these picks are still really good. You got Venusaur, Vinewind, Frenzy Plant, Sludge Bomb. We kind of know what you need for these guys. You know, Swampert, Charizard. You're going to need Blast Burn, Fire Spin. A new one that you're going to have to look out for is Waterfall, Hydro Cannon, Drill Peck, and Empoleon. So be wary. You know how you can kind of dodge the Hydro Cannon, but Drill Peck might do super effective damage to you if you're in a bad situation, if you have like a Venusaur or a Grass type, for example. So you have to be wary about this one. This is going to be a meta changer. Now, one Pokemon that I definitely recommend and you should play with a little bit, but you have to build a solid team around it, is Gengar. I used Gengar and I was destroying people in the normal Ultra League, not the Premier that we're about to get, the normal Ultra League. Gengar's really good, so I think you should give it a try, but you have to build a good team around it. Gengar's weak to dark types, so you'll probably be paired up against a dark type, so maybe have a fighting type on your team, or a fairy, and then complement that Pokemon as well with your third. Machamp, I don't really highly recommend. As long as you don't have any Pokemon on your team that are weak to this Pokemon, you're probably never going to see it. And then if none of your Pokemon are weak to it, and you do see it, you won't be struggling to take it down. So I'm not really a Machamp fan, because Machamp really only counters, like it shows, Snorlax, Empoleon, and Lapras, but there are other ways to counter those Pokemon to begin with. Togekiss, you're going to see a bunch of these, without a doubt, because Dragonite has some really good play now. Lapras has always been a good Pokemon, no surprises there, same with Snorlax. Here are 3 new additions, some you'll see more than others. Abomasnow is really good with Powder Snow, Weather Ball, and Injury Ball. Very fantastic Pokemon. Could even beat Machamp depending on the shield situation. A new one here is Hex, Icy Wind, Shadow Ball for Drifblim. Because of Icy Wind mostly, it has some key matchups, but Gengar, this is where Gengar comes in, like I mentioned earlier, and does really well. Snorlax would do really well against this too, and really well against Gengar too. So you could pair Gengar with Snorlax, that would be a good team, and then complement on the third. The one that you're going to be seeing a lot of is the newly acquired Aquatail Gyarados. It's going to be really good. So what's interesting is Aquatail, depending on the situation, actually can cover Togekiss. It can cover Togekiss. In a like 1v1 shield situation or a 2v2 shield situation, probably not so much. You'd have to have a shield advantage because Ancient Power would one-hit you. But Aquatail can cover Togekiss fairly well if you have the right situation. But as you can see, it even covers Dragonite. Pretty crazy, huh? Alright, so here's counter picks. Bust them up with the meta of these counter picks. Dragonite, Gallade, which is interesting with Leaf Blade in close combat, and then of course Obstagoon. Obstagoon's a good Pokemon. If you run Obstagoon, you will run into Machamps. So you have to put your team around that, because I do kind of want to run an Obstagoon, and that means I'm going to have to worry about Machamps. I am going to see them, without a doubt. That's how the algorithm picks your opponents, is based off your team composition. So I'd have to run something that will take care of Machamp, no problem. And here are just some example teams. Now, let's get into the bread and butter, the Pokemon that I recommend that aren't even on that list and people aren't really thinking about. Alola Muck. Fantastic Pokemon. It's only weak to ground. That is it. The moves you want to run on Alola Muck: Snarl, Sludge Wave, Dark Pulse. You could just spam so easily. Snarl is a great move. Alola Muck for the win. Now, regular Muck isn't too bad either, and it's weak to Psychic, but we didn't really have any Psychic types on there. Poison Jab, Thunder Punch. You got that Gyarados coverage. That is fantastic. Thunder Punch, and it also covers Togekiss, so that's a win-win. And then I would still have Dark Pulse in there too. Well, actually, now I think about it, maybe go with Sludge Wave. Go with Sludge Wave, because it does stab, and it deals super effective damage, but Dark Pulse would cover Ghost types, so maybe not so much. Thunder Punch and Dark Pulse would probably be the better play, to be honest, because your poison moves are supposed to cover fairies. More specifically Togekiss. You could run into Clefable or Granbull, but you could spam Thunder Punches on them as well. So, and plus Poison Jab's doing super effective damage against him anyway. Infestation did get an energy bump too, so you could run Infestation and farm these moves even quicker. It's entirely up to you. I'm surprised this wasn't on there. Polywrath. Polywrath has a ton of weaknesses, but it is a staple in the Ultra League normal meta. Mudshot, Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch. I mean, Ice Punch is going to cover Dragonite. It's going to do decent damage against Gyarados. It's going to cover Grass types if you're in a bad situation. Dynamic Punch, of course, taking care of Polion. It's still going to have really good play. So, if you can pair a team around pretty well with Poliwrath, Poliwrath is still a good Pokemon. Cloyster, now we can't use Articuno, and Drifblim doesn't have nearly as high as an attack stat. Cloyster is good because it has access to Icy Wind. We all love that Icy Wind. So Ice Shard, Icy Wind, Avalanche. Avalanche being like a more one-hit KO kind of move, depending on your situation. So look out for Machamps, but good Pokemon. Clefable, the only other fairy type I really recommend, although you could use Snarl, Granbull with Close Combat and Crunch. Not saying that's a bad Pokemon, but it's not a Charmer. So this is a Charmer, good one. We'd run Meteor Mash with Moonblast. Moonblast, yep. Next up, Alolan Sandslash. Again, super weak to Machamp. Weak to Charizard too, but its coverage is really good. So it's got coverage against fairy types, Powder Snow, which got buffed, Ice Punch, Gyro Ball. You could even give it Bulldoze if you wanted to cover. Actually, I would probably go Ice Punch, Bulldoze. Now that I think about it, because Ice Punch is going to cover Togekiss. It's going to do good against Dragonite. It's going to do good against even against Gyarados. But Bulldoze will cover Pokemon like Empoleon or any other Steel types you might come across. So it's worth mentioning. This could be a really good Pokemon. Scissor! Can't forget about Scissor. Really only weak to fire. Fury Cutter, X-Scissor, Night Slash. In this case, actually, I'd go Iron Head, Night Slash, actually. Night Slash, covering the Ghost types. Iron Head covering the Fairy types. Zangoose, it's only weak to fighting, so you'd have to look out for Machamp. Or even Hariyama. You might see that too. Shadow Claw takes care of the Ghosts. Close Combat, Night Slash, Ghosts again, and any Steel types or Ice types that you might come across as well. Zangoose is a pretty good Pokemon. Shiftery, now you might not see very many of these, but Shiftery will always be a viable option because it is so spammy. It only takes 3 Snarls for a Leaf Blade, it only takes 4 for a Foul Play, and then it only takes 3 after that. So Snarl, Foul Play, Leaf Blade, OP. It just covers so much. It is a shield buster. This Pokemon is meant to probably be in the lead and take care of shields fast. Magnezone. Reason why we have Magnezone is, well, fairies running around and Gyarados. Not to mention, it's not bad against Empoleon either. Spark with Wild Charge and Mirror Shot, and you can play those games. You can play those like, are they use Wild Charge? And use Mirror Shot? They charge a bunch of energy. Do I need to shield this? Do I not? You can play those mind games with your opponent as well, which is really fun to do. Lucario. Can't forget about Lucario. Good fighting type. Steel type. Counter. Shadow Ball. And Aurora Sphere, I would assume. You could use Power Up Punch. I'm not sure if that's a good call. Reason why I say that is Kachino Mom. She's been running Shadow Ball, Aurora Sphere, and in Great League, people are assuming that she's going to use a Power Up Punch. She one-hits KOs them with an Aura Sphere. So, and Bullet Punch, man, you could do well with Bullet Punch as well because of Fairy types, but Counter's probably going to be your best bet. And like I said, Shadow Ball is a given. Aura Sphere, Power Punch, up to you. Got 2 more Pokemon left. Honchkrow. Apparently Honchkrow has really good play in this. Sweet Electricity, Fairy, Icy, and Rock Pokemon. But Snarl, Sky Attack, Dark Pulse. So both those moves you can get off pretty well using Snarl. It's got some good play. It really does. The only thing that stinks about Honchkrow is it's not very tanky. It's got 103 defense. So, very interesting Pokemon. You gotta play it right. And then finally, Escavalier. We know how deadly this Pokemon is. Give it counter with Drill Run. And you could give it Mega Horn, but you don't have to worry about Mega Horn anymore because that was specifically for Cresselia. You don't have to worry about Cresselia. So, give it Drill Run and Aerial Ace, and you're good to go. There you guys have it. There's some good prep and some good off-meta picks for the Ultra Premier Cup. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, be a part of the Fitz City fam. That's the boy Fitz. I'm signing off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.